Sausages in cider.
Aye. I still don't get the joke. Well, welcome back to the channel. Below Average Wild Camper. And I'm out again. First time for a few weeks with
Over the Hill Wild Camper.
Over the Hill Wild Camper, aka my father. And as you might remember, I mentioned well, a couple of videos ago, he had a bit of an accident. He fell off his bike and broke 5 ribs. But like Lazarus, he's back.
I'm back.
He's allowed just under a week per rib. So was it 4 weeks?
The doctor said 4 weeks.
No, was it 4 weeks tomorrow? Was it? Or
no, 5 weeks.
5 weeks tomorrow. So he's already been out on his bike for about a week and a half. So, aye. Anyway, we're in the Harthope Valley, and we're gonna just do an overnighter at a place called Middleton Crags, which is very near Langley Crags. I spied it last time I was here and I thought it looked like a nice spot, and with a bit of luck it'll be kind to us. So anyway, we're really just testing out my dad's ability to carry a bag, and he's managing no bother.
Yep.
We've already been out on the bike for about 2 hours this morning. So anyway, it's been a bit windy. In fact, we were 2 minds as to whether to come, because I think it was forecast for like 40-mile-an-hour gusts at least, but the weather forecast has calmed down a bit, so we thought we'd give it a go anyway. So I'll bring you back when we get to the crags and we start pitching. There's a few dead beasts on the way here. That looks like a hare. Right, anyway, I'll see you there. So as you can see, we've got to this Middleton Crags. We're going to have a look around, try and find the perfect pitch, somewhere where there's no wind and it's flat. The ground here is great, but it's a bit breezy, but it's not too bad, like, if push comes to shove. Anyway, I'll show you us pitching the tents when we do. Well, that's it, we're pitched. Tell you what, hands cold. Nice sunshine, eh? I'm just talking to the camera. It's my dad and his X-Mid. Suits the autumnal colours well, doesn't it? Eh? Right, anyway, I'm going to get all my gear in, get sorted. Right, dinner time. Trangia Masterclass. So it's very windy where the tents are, so there's this sort of like shelter built. And it's perfect, isn't it? It's still a bit of breeze, but it's perfect. Anyway, so every time I keep mentioning what we're having tonight, my dad seems to snigger, and I'm not sure why. But what we're going to have is sausages in cider. Apparently, it was very popular with the lads down the pit. Who would have thought that the NCB boys would be fans of Delia Smith? Anyway, we're going to have sausages in cider. So I've chopped the onion already, and I'll film it as we go, as we normally do, and then I'll show you the end product. Right, okay. So I'll show you when we start frying the sausages. Right, we're having a bit of bother getting this pan hot enough because it's so windy and cold. So I've took it out, the sausages out the frying pan and put them in the saucepan, as you can see. And then normally I would take them out the saucepan and add onions, but I'm just going to hoy the onions in with the sausages because I can't be arsed. So that's it. I'm going to saute the onions with the sausages, and then I'll bring you back when we get to the next stage. Okay. Right, so the onions and the sausages are well on the way now, so I'm going to introduce a little bit of, like a teaspoon of flour, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, some thyme and some bay leaves, and then I'm going to put in one of them no chicken stock pots, and then some Bulmer's cider. It doesn't really matter what cider it is, but we won't need all that, so we don't drink the rest. I'm going to speed this up along because it's so cold we can't be bothered to be faffing about too much. It's really surprising how cold it is tonight. We've got literally all of our clothes on. So anyway, I'm going to crack on. Right, I'll bring you back when it's done. So I'm just cooking through the flour, and the flour will just thicken it up a little bit. I've broke my own rules on the onions because normally I would want to cook these onions for a long time, but I cannot be arsed because it's absolutely boiling. It was about 18 degrees earlier this week, and then autumn just landed. But because it's a clear sky and it's a bit windy, it's absolutely freezing. My dad's got his down pants on.
I've got everything on, don't make me down pants on.
Got everything on, aye. So that.
Sausages inside.
Aye. I still don't get the joke. Oh, that smells good. Then the last ingredient, some apple. I'm not going to put all of it in. It is a Delia Smith classic from the, well, 70s probably, but my mum started making it in the 80s. That'll do. Right, I'll put the lid back on and I'll bring you back once we're serving it up. We're having it with mashed potato. So we're about to make the Idahoan mash. My dad's boiling the water, and now you can see the sausages inside her is looking, well, much better than I expected, considering my lack of enthusiasm when the temperature drops. Looks good, that. Right, like I said, once it's in the bowl, we'll show you, okay? Right, that's sausages in cider on a Trangia, on a crag in the Cheviots, in freezing cold conditions. Right, we're going to eat this
before it gets too cold.
Before it gets too cold, and we'll see you back in the tent.
Bye.
Right, well, as you can see, we're back in our tents, and I've warmed right up. It was the wind was just freezing. The wind chill factor was unbelievable, to the point where I couldn't get the pan hot. But like I said, warmed right up now, back in the tent. So I'm in the Duomid tonight, but with no inner, because obviously bug season's gone, I'm pleased to say. And without the inner, you just got loads more room, and I much prefer it without the inner. So I've been, well, trying to listen to the rugby. Ireland and New Zealand in the World Cup. New Zealand's winning at the minute 13-0. So I'm going to listen to a bit of the sport, and then a few podcasts, and then I'll try and get some sleep. and then I'll see you in the morning. Right, so I'll wish you a good night. Night, God bless. Well, morning. Well, I thought I would, last night, I thought I'd just see how me summer mat, me Thermarest Uberlight and me Enigma quilt would cope in like the first sort of cold day of this season, and I must say that my feet were cold, and the bottom of my legs as well. I think I've slept all right. Like, I woke up at 7, but I woke up a few times in the night, and I must say, on the cold side. So I think I'll have to get me X-Therm back out and me Rab Ascent 700 bag. But it was my birthday on the 3rd, well, 2 days ago now, and my wife Kitty's ordered us some this insulated booties, you know, and trousers, but they haven't arrived yet, like, but that'll solve the problem, won't it? Anyway, I've got the kettle on, I'm gonna have a coffee, and then for breakfast, which I got off for my birthday off me mum and dad, I got some of these meals, which I tried one of these field meals, the kebab stew, a couple of weeks ago with my brother in the Peak District, and it was amazing. So this is muesli. I think that it's real termite, but I think the difference is the field meals are bigger. You've got more calories in them than the ones that are in the orange bags called real termites. But anyway, I think it's the same meals, it's just some are 700 calories, the big ones, and some are 500. So I'm gonna have that, and then we'll get packed up. But yeah, I enjoyed that. The tent is bone dry, there's no condensation, but it's been breezy all night, like, and but yeah, good night overall. Right, I'll show you when we pack down and say bye bye. Right, shall we give this a go then? So this one is the fruit muesli field meal. Tell you what, it's surprisingly cold. My GoPro had 42% battery and just keep turning itself off because it said low battery. Right. Oh, that's nice. Like a hot muesli, appley and cinnamony. 700 calories. Them little porridge pots from Quaker, they're just not enough for me. Like, I'm a unit, I need calories. We've left no trace. It's a bit windy, I'll do me sign off a bit further along. So this, I didn't get to show you last night where we were cooking, but it's like a little, well, like a little shelter, I suppose, maybe for, I don't know, for a shepherd, Dad? Yeah. And for a shepherd in the olden days. Anyway, this is where we
no kitchen area.
This is where we were cooking. Oh, you can see it's a great spot, isn't it? So we were just cooking here. But obviously we thought it'd be lovely and sheltered. It wasn't. Like the wind was blowing like a, well, it was wild in here, freezing. But yeah, so that's our first, I would suppose I'd call a cold weather camp of the season. Had a really good time testing out my dad's knackered ribs. He managed fine. Definitely time to get the old X-Therm and Rab sleeping bag out. But yeah, lovely and dry. The tent was bone dry, which makes a big difference when you get home. You don't have any clarting on to do. But the light this morning, it's like gorgeous autumn light. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you've got any comments, please leave them. I really enjoy reading them and answering them. Any advice is always welcome. And I'll see you in about a few weeks. The next time you'll see me will be well, if everything goes to plan, doing that event with my brother in Snowdonia. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.